Animal intestines and stomach, often grouped under the term offal, are parts of the animal that, while highly nutritious, come with a set of challenges that can make them difficult for many people to embrace. These organ meats, including tripe, the stomach lining, and various types of intestines, are consumed in many parts of the world and valued for their rich nutrient profile, particularly their high collagen content and abundance of B vitamins. But despite these benefits, offal is often met with resistance due to its unique texture, distinctive odor, and the cultural taboos surrounding the consumption of internal organs. From a nutritional perspective, animal intestines and stomachs are powerhouse foods. One of the primary benefits of consuming these cuts is their high collagen content. Collagen is a protein that is essential for the health of skin, joints, and connective tissues. It plays a key role in maintaining the elasticity of the skin and preventing the formation of wrinkles, and it also supports joint health by contributing to cartilage strength. For those looking to support their skin's elasticity or reduce the risk of joint-related issues, offal can be a valuable food source. The collagen in these organ meats is often more bioavailable than in other types of meat, making it particularly beneficial for those looking to improve their overall connective tissue health. In addition to collagen, animal intestines and stomach are rich in several B vitamins, including B12, riboflavin, and niacin. These vitamins play critical roles in energy production, red blood cell formation, and the proper functioning of the nervous system. B12, in particular, is important for maintaining brain health and preventing conditions like anemia, which is common in individuals who do not consume enough animal-based products. As a result, offal can be an excellent choice for individuals looking to ensure adequate intake of these vital nutrients. Despite their impressive nutritional content, consuming animal intestines and stomach can be a difficult task for many people, primarily due to the strong, sometimes unpleasant odor and the unusual texture. The smell of offal can be one of the most off-putting aspects for those unfamiliar with it. The odor tends to be pungent, with a strong, earthy quality that many associate with the cooking of organ meats. It's a smell that can linger, often dominating the scent of a dish, which may deter people from even trying it in the first place. While the smell can be reduced or altered through proper cleaning and cooking methods, it remains a significant hurdle for many who are not accustomed to it. The texture of animal intestines and stomach can also be a major barrier to acceptance. The intestines, for example, have a chewy, sometimes rubbery texture that can be tough to navigate for those used to more traditional cuts of meat. Tripe, the stomach lining, can vary in texture depending on how it is prepared, but it is often described as being slightly gritty and somewhat spongy. For some, this unique texture is a challenge to enjoy, especially when compared to the more familiar smoothness of muscle meat or the tenderness of more commonly eaten cuts. Cooking methods like slow braising, stewing, or frying are typically used to soften the texture and make it more palatable, but the mouthfeel of offal remains quite distinct and unfamiliar to many. For people new to offal, the psychological challenge of eating animal intestines and stomach can be just as significant as the sensory challenges. These parts of the animal are often seen as undesirable or gross in many Western cultures, where muscle meats like steak, chicken breast, and pork chops dominate the food scene. The idea of eating internal organs, which are associated with waste and digestion, can provoke a sense of unease. It can be hard for people to overcome the cultural stigma attached to offal, particularly when many are raised to view these parts of the animal as unclean or unsuitable for consumption. This bias against organ meats can make it difficult to even consider trying them, regardless of their nutritional benefits. However, in many parts of the world, offal is not only accepted but revered for its flavor and versatility. In countries such as Mexico, India, the Philippines, and parts of Europe, dishes made with animal intestines and stomach are staples of the cuisine. In these cultures, offal is often prepared in ways that enhance its flavor and texture, turning it into delicious and highly sought-after dishes. For instance, in the Philippines, isa, grilled chicken intestines, and balan, beef tripe, are street food delicacies enjoyed for their smoky, savory flavors. In Mexico, tripe is used to make menudo, a rich, flavorful soup that's both comforting and nourishing. These dishes reflect the deep cultural significance of offal, where it's valued not only for its taste and texture, but also for its connection to tradition and heritage. Despite the initial difficulty many people have in accepting offal, there are ways to make it more approachable. The first step is understanding the preparation process. Tripe and intestines need to be thoroughly cleaned before cooking to remove any residual impurities or odors. This step can make a significant difference in both the taste and smell of the dish. Additionally, slow cooking methods, such as braising or stewing, allow the meat to absorb the flavors of the seasonings and soften its texture, making it easier to eat. Marinating offal in flavorful liquids, such as vinegar or citrus, can also help neutralize the strong odor and provide a more balanced taste. For those looking to try offal in a less intimidating form, there are also plenty of processed products that incorporate animal intestines and stomach. Sausages, for example, often contain a mix of meat and offal, offering a more familiar way to experience these cuts without the overwhelming sensation of eating them in their raw form. This can be an excellent entry point for those curious about organ meats but unsure about diving straight into the more exotic dishes. Ultimately, the challenge of eating animal intestines and stomach is not just about the sensory aspects of taste, smell, and texture. It's about confronting cultural perceptions and biases. Offal represents a part of the animal that is often seen as undesirable or off-limits in certain cultures, and this makes it difficult for some people to open their minds to its culinary potential. But when approached with an open mind and proper preparation, offal can become a flavorful and nutritious addition to the diet, one that offers numerous health benefits and connects people to a broader, more sustainable way of consuming food. For those willing to push past their initial discomfort, the rich collagen, B vitamins, and unique flavors of animal intestines and stomach can provide a rewarding culinary experience.